We'll try to make this quick tonight.
That's
Ha,
not
ha,
good.
ha.
I'm tired.
Okay.
Okay, got it. Good.
Okay, we'll call this meeting to order. I see there's no public, so we'll skip with the public comment and guess. Do we have any correspondence, Jessica?
We did, we got one, little note, I guess, with a donation for allowing the cattlewomen to use the 4-H building to make lunches for Broadwater Conservation District's Conservation Day. And so they gave us a donation of $50.
All right.
So I will get
That's
that
good.
deposited tomorrow.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to reports. So we'll start with the open class superintendent's report.
Why do you always just start with me?
That's because Jessica put you first.
Jessica!
I'll
Okay,
start
wait.
shuffling it.
Yeah, she's going to help me out anyway. So we met on Tuesday at 4:45. We had Jessica, Desiree, Charcy, Karen, Julie, Dawn, and myself. So we had a pretty nice crew. They were going to check over their last check over of the book and see if there's any changes that need to be made. So that was kind of one of their duties. And then we talked about decorations, which we're working on it. I just need to remember to call Shay Bursma from FCCLA and Laura about National Honor Society and seeing if any of the kids need time. You know, if any of the kids need some volunteer hours to help set up on Monday. Because we usually had Jaden Lamb and those big guys came and helped us set up. So I got to talk to them. Jessica said that for the sponsorship, it seemed like everybody had talked to their people or delivered their letters
Yeah.
for the most part. And then I grabbed a few more, and then a couple more were handed out. And so I think we're actually doing pretty good with that. I'm kind of happy with it, but and you were saying it's about $65 for a banner. So if they got the best of show, they get a banner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was going to cost us $65. So that was, I thought that really was pretty reasonable because they would definitely reuse them.
Yeah, they'll be a corrugated plastic, so they could be outside for years, really.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was asking for the price quotes, I kept just saying, like a one color logo, and he said he can actually do like couple colors at the same price, and so
Oh, nice.
yeah. So I think he was pretty easy to talk to. It was Signs Now in Helena, and the smaller ones, the 2x3 that are in the smaller sponsorship package, they're only $25.
Yeah. So we're doing pretty good. We thought we were kind of happy about that. We were just talked about where we should hang them for the concert and then move them somewhere else for the rest of the fair because we think they should be up for the rest of the fair because they're sponsoring the fair.
Yeah,
So we talked about that.
definitely.
Yeah.
How big were the banners, the $65 ones?
They're 4x6.
4x6.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then we talked about our fundraiser, and the gals that were there were willing to help, and and start kind of spreading the word too. And we just talked about advertising, and then so that's kind of where you come in too, Lisa, is just making sure that gets out there.
Mm-hmm.
They suggested even Facebook and Townsend Classified.
Yeah, and I
So,
can do that
Okay.
once we have things settled as to
Well,
price and things
right.
that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And I can start putting it out there and
Yeah.
do it on a weekly thing. I think that, Townsend Classifieds, I think there's a lot of people that follow that.
Yeah.
They're not even in our county.
Oh, okay.
So
So that'd be
we
good.
get some good coverage there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We also wondered about doing the sponsorship. If we wrote up like a smaller version of the sponsorship and kick that out
Oh,
also, because there's probably a lot of
People
people
that
who are
we miss.
not
Sure.
getting
You
that
know,
might
like,
be willing.
Yeah, like the
Okay.
first paragraph is pretty good, but then we'd have to somehow or other sneak in there what the cost was of the Best to Show Purple, right?
I
Or-
can do that.
Is that legal on there? Or
Well, I
would we
don't-
have to just say contact the extension office if you're interested? Can you
For
put
the
prices
fair book?
out there?
I think you can put the prices.
Are
in
you
there.
mean, are you talking about the fair book?
No, like on Townsend Classifieds, if we, even on Facebook said, hey, the Broadwater County Fair Board is looking for local business sponsorships to help offset the cost of the entertainment provided during Broadwater, our little.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then listed, Best of Show and purple and blue.
Or just,
Yeah,
if your business is interested, get a hold
Yeah.
of us and we can email you a sponsorship packet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I just,
What
Yeah.
I'll do,
Yeah, I think so.
I'll kind of mess around with it a little bit. It honestly is probably not gonna happen until Sunday. And I'll ship it to you guys and let you look and see what you think and go, holy crud, no. Or, hey, you're in the ballpark here.
yeah, okay.
And yeah, I could put it on there.
And then the superintendents are all getting their articles ready so we can get those in the paper. Jessica's gonna do the first one.
And I have it written up. I was just gonna have you guys read over it tonight and see what you think.
Okay. So. Do you guys know does Rotary have a bingo set? Are they?
A bingo set?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Wasn't it them that used to do bingo all the time?
Well, that's what I thought, but I know the Catholic Church used to have one,
Yeah, we did.
And then Claudette and Brian Hone have one, but I don't want to bug them right now.
Sure, yeah.
But I just wondered if the Rotary did, because I just think it would be so good if, like, at noon, we could have bingo at noon or something,
Sure,
on Friday, Saturday, Sunday or something.
yeah,
Well, not Sunday, because that's the parade.
right.
$25 buy-in.
No, 50 cents a card, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So if you guys know of anybody, let me know, and I'll talk to them. But I think we need one more superintendent, is what we're looking for. We did get Charcy, we have a new one, Charcy Shear. He's gonna do culinary arts.
oh, good.
Yeah. What about Addie? I know.
I would bet that she's at home for the summer, hanging and that kind of thing, and then
Yeah.
with
True.
Knox, I'm not sure that,
Mm-hmm. Do any of you guys know Cheris from Townsend Drug?
oh, I know who she is. I don't know her well at all.
Yeah, I don't either. I was thinking maybe she would be a good board member.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
I don't know. Because Kelly, it's not going to work out for Kelly Beaufort, so.
Uh-huh.
And then who else? There was somebody else you had, Jess.
I have a friend, Daniela.
Oh, yeah, Reagan. Yeah.
She- She kind of expressed interest, but I think I need to actually talk to her about
What it is. I don't know. Okay, so, I mean, that's pretty much what we did, was talk about the fundraiser and decorations and fair book.
Okay. All right. How are we doing on vendors?
So I sent out the original food vendor letters on March 17th. We've gotten 2 back to us, a tropical snow out of Helena and the Asian food guy that has, both of them have been here before.
The noodle,
Um,
right? Is that what
The noodle guy?
Yep, the noodle guy, yep.
Yeah.
And so we have payment for them. I was hoping to maybe get a couple more and then just make one trip over the sanitarian and make sure that they have all of their stuff filed through him. They're in the letter, they're supposed to get a hold of them, but
Yes.
most of these guys are already, like Chow, he sent like a copy of his
'Cause
food
he
license
would
and
have
all
a
that
state
kind of
one.
stuff and,
Yeah.
yep. And I think she does too, the tropical snow, I think she's a normal vendor, like for fairs and stuff. stuff. So, and then I did resend it all out today to the people who haven't responded yet, and I had one lady call me back right away. It was Cindy Miller. She has like pork.
Miller Family
Okay,
Farms
pork.
out of Livingston.
I don't know, is Roy the husband? I think she said
Yeah,
Roy.
probably.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's right.
So she had been here before, I know, and so we visited a little bit over the phone. And she was gonna talk to him this weekend, and she was gonna get back to me early next week, she said.
They didn't do too bad, but we have to really watch what they request because they wanted like the whole area.
Well, that's what I had visited her about, cause, you know, I was like, I think was the power thing a new thing for 2020 with the food vendors? And so that's what, like, when Chow emailed me back, you know, I was like, he requested one spot because he usually plugs into the building there. And I was like, well, actually, and so I explained to him, and it's not a problem. He has a generator or whatever for his
Good.
trailer.
Good.
So, you know, but and then I visited with Cindy and I told her, I said, well, one thing that has changed is this. And she's like, well, usually we just, you know, park and plug into this one building. Will that be okay? No, all of them, no matter where you're parked. And so she was gonna, I think, talk to him kind of about that too.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe we could talk about that one.
so,
I think one of the things that I think that needs to be very clear is how big the spaces are.
okay.
Um,
What are they? Like, I
I
don't,
don't know, I just drew a blank. I don't remember how big those spaces are.
and some of them they're like Chow, he's like, just give me the spot I normally have. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
I'm a newbie.
Actually,
So-
we put him right on the end of the 4-H building. He
Mhm.
was right on the front of that 4-H
Yeah.
building.
And that's
kinda
where
by that
I sent him the
overhang.
map and I like circled like the two spots I was thinking that he was maybe talking about. And then he sent me back a map that had like the fort right in front of the 4-H building.
Yep.
like, highlighted, and I was like, well, I'm gonna put you down for number 7. Okay? So,
And, you know, and they were very nice
Yeah.
to deal with.
so yeah, so I guess we have technically 7 more spots that we want to fill for food vendors at least.
And we typically were trying to, and not that it couldn't change, it certainly could change, but we're trying to keep all those food vendors together
Around
for the
time.
most part.
That's what Val's map last time said, like these 6,
Yeah.
2 here, and then 1 here.
Mhm.
And this is the one actually that's kind of in front of the grass by the bathrooms over here is what Cindy was. She's like, that's the one that I think we would want to be in. And so I said, well,
That's.
First come, first
used
served.
that spot and since Gail
Right.
had her tacos, so
Yeah.
it hasn't been used in
Yeah.
because normally it didn't have power, right?
5 years. It doesn't have power.
Yeah, that's
does
what
it?
she said, that she had wanted to be in that spot before because they liked it or something. And they had talked about maybe getting a power source over there, but it doesn't matter now that they all have to bring their own power.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and then I don't know, when do the commercial building vendors need to be contacted? When does that need to start?
You know, I mean, the sooner the better.
Yeah.
I think, I tried, when I was doing it, I tried to send them out in May, but that was because I was busy with school. I mean,
Okay.
and Val's got most of those email addresses now. doesn't
Yeah, she has,
'Cause we didn't when I was
spreadsheets
doing
with-
it.
and that's how I got all the food vendors, is I kind of looked at
Mhm.
like last year's spreadsheet, and then the 2019 one, and the 2018, and
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of sent out emails to all of them.
Okay.
I
Okay.
just wonder if we could go ahead and send those other ones. They're notorious for kind of dragging their feet and
Yeah.
you just start calling them kind of thing and go, okay, you know, are you coming or are you not?
Okay, I could get on that
Um,
probably in the next week or so. To start sending them out.
I think we should.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for getting things rolling on
Yes,
that.
thank
That's
you.
good. Yeah.
And you didn't hear back from the ones that came to the fair last year for the 4-H?
I sent emails to both of those. The Mining City Mud one there from Butte.
Mm-hmm.
actually sent a hard copy to them, because they just gave me their physical address,
Mm-hmm.
or their mailing address, so I mailed them, but I have not heard back from them.
Mm.
But they were pretty excited that they were requested to come back,
Mhm.
so hopefully.
And
it
remember
works
the
out
gal
for
that did the fried pickles at the Fall Fest?
That one's on here, it's like.
Yeah, that's
no
what I thought. We
dill
got a card
something,
from that.
Yeah, so I did send her,
Okay.
I did get a contact with her, because I had that written down. The Big Dill food truck, I
Mm-hmm.
think. Yeah. So they got an email too.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, rodeo social media, Lisa.
Well, we haven't had a meeting. We'll have a meeting, probably next Monday, I would guess, if we're following our schedule.
They had one last month,
Yeah, you went to that one and
Yeah.
I could not.
right?
But I don't see any reason that I shouldn't be able to go this coming Monday.
Yeah, and they're moving forward, planning rodeo and everything, so,
Yeah. So really no change from last month
okay,
on that.
okay.
Are the wrestlers doing their concession stands? Do you know? Have you
Yes.
heard, Karen?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
They
Okay.
are. Yep. Yep, okay. 4-H update, Karen.
Oh, not much new. We have the fair book out. Schedule is out. Anything else, Jessica? I think that's, As far
Our
as
county
fair?
contest this weekend?
yeah, we have county contest this weekend,
Mm,
Sunday.
Are you at the building at all?
What time you start on that?
It's this coming weekend?
Erase us. We, when we got our stuff in, we don't have to be out there, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That will,
Sorry.
sorry, Lisa.
oh, that solves the problem for me. Thank
Okay,
you.
yes, yes, no, when we got our entrance, we were able to just go a little bit longer. We're gonna do it at the Methodist Church, but we can keep everybody there, so,
Okay,
yes,
Okay,
yes,
perfect.
sorry.
So that's
No,
this
you're
Sunday?
good.
This Sunday, okay.
You're good.
I meant to
No,
send you
you're
a
fine.
text. So rent away or,
Yeah.
or maybe
Yeah,
an
make some
RDS.
money.
That was one that was, I'm thinking, oh boy, are they gonna be out of there in time?
Yes, okay, yeah, no, you're,
So, okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
so yeah, that's
Okay,
for
cool.
information.
Thank you. Okay, we'll review the minutes of the last meeting. I know Jessica sent those out fairly early for everybody so we could forget,
There's a
we
printout in front of you guys too.
read
so-
them.
Yeah.
You know, I have to say, though, I appreciate getting them right away when it's still fairly
Fresh
fresh
in
in
there.
my mind. And then when you sent them again today, I'm going, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So I appreciate
Okay.
getting them twice. I don't know
Okay.
about anybody else,
Okay.
but,
I just figured they're already there, it's easy to attach stuff.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
bet, you bet. So, Are there any corrections or additions?
I would move to accept the minutes as presented.
Is there a second?
Second it?
Misty seconds it. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries. Okay, and financial budget, it's getting that time of year where you're gonna have to
Yes.
submit a budget for.
Yes, I just got the memo for the 21-22 budget process to be starting, so that'll be new for me. I did print out I broke down everything by the, kind of the line items. I did talk to Allison about the phone that we talked about last year. or
Yeah,
last meeting,
that's what
I
I
mean.
wondered.
And she said she doesn't see that there should be a problem with that. I also talked to Michelle over in the accounting, and she didn't think that there would be a problem with it. We just have to get I think they were kind of thinking more of like changing it on next year's budget, so it would start July 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And then splitting it 75-25 with extension, any costs of the phone line, like we do
Okay.
everything else.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You know, so I guess in the long run, it'll save us 75% of the cost. And then, what else was there?
Phone at the fairgrounds, we don't have that anymore,
That's been
right?
taken, yeah, that
Okay,
is not a.
good.
Did we ever, on that phone, I just have a question about, I know it's not there anymore, but who put it in? And when was it put in? Because we never had a functioning phone. I mean, I'm sure there was a line there, but
Well, we
when
used,
did that get put in?
It was in there,
it
I
was,
mean, we had one years ago, but
and
then,
then, before the cell phones and everything, they had it,
yeah,
and then they would just route the fair office phone number out there
yes.
for that time, and that was it.
But then I thought that it was taken
But I-
out.
Well, I thought so
After
too,
that.
but then when Blackfoot came in with everything, somehow it ended up there again, and I don't know whether it
Okay.
was part of DES request or not, but it wasn't with our approval that we had to pay.
Right. Yeah, okay.
And I don't believe DES needs that or wants it either, so
No, I wouldn't think so.
I guess if they do, if there's an emergency and they have to go out there, then they would be responsible to get it set up then,
Mhm.
because they have the internet service
Right.
and
Yeah, and that internet service functions full time up there. It's
Yeah.
just shut off, you know, at this point.
yeah. Okay.
And then the premiums and everything have been moved so that they are accounted for in the right line items now.
Okay,
So Michelle got that squared away for us last week.
okay. Okay, so when do you remember when we have to submit the initial budget to the commissioners?
I wanna say like the first week of June or so.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, or maybe, if that's if I think if there's no big changes. If there's big changes, I think we
Okay.
have to present it earlier than that.
okay, okay. So maybe sometime between now and our next fair meeting, maybe you and I can sit down and
Okay.
go through some numbers, if that's okay with the rest of the board.
have at it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, go for it.
And I can email you that,
Okay,
the memo
sure, okay,
and the stuff that I've gotten
Okay.
from Debbie.
okay, okay. No, that sounds great, I appreciate that. Okay. All right, any other comments on our financial budget so far? Okay. Next item is our vendor supervisor position on the fair board. We haven't had anybody yet, a few people interested, and that's about it, so.
I double checked with Nicole today that there was nobody that sent in a letter, so.
Somebody wants to come spend some of their free time with us. We're a fun bunch.
Yeah, I don't have any ideas myself right now, so.
Did she ever get it in the paper again about the positions that are open? Because I don't,
I know she's posted it on the website, and that's
I think
about
I've only
it.
seen it on the website. I don't know if I've seen anything in the paper.
Well, would that be out of line if I put something on Facebook, on our?
I don't think so.
I don't
I
think
posted it on
so.
my personal page.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
Anybody want to come?
So I,
yeah,
Or
yeah,
like, what about I don't know, the fairgrounds website?
yeah, that's what,
yeah, well, I could do it on the website and on our Facebook page.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll just kind of work without that position for a while, or the extra board member, we'll have to get by. Okay, on to old business, Fairgrounds Master Plan. Any updates? Anything? Kind of on hold, I think. Get a couple fundraisers so we have some money so we can pledge towards a grant. That might help us out a little bit.
Yeah.
And then move forward with that, so. Okay, and then next is the fundraiser. I know we talked a little bit about it, but I think you have some more details on that, Missy.
Somewhat. So I got prices on paper products and some of the other stuff from the food I already knew, but when I was doing beef prices are up. I can tell you that. Pork's a lot cheaper to serve, so. And I know we talked about offering both. So the menu we came up with was a barbecue beef or a barbecue pork. And then they could choose coleslaw or potato salad. And then Karen and I were just talking, you know, if we're gonna be serving a lot of kids, maybe the option of beans or a bag of chips would be better. Because some people don't like beans, and so maybe a bag of chips. And then the cookies, and then were we gonna do 1 or 2 cookies each?
We talked about 2, but.
That's what I
You
thought.
can, I mean, depending on size and budget, I mean,
Yeah. So this is a rough estimate, but the beef sandwich would be costing us about $3.90, and the pork would be about $2.90. And that's what I did with like the coleslaw and the potato salad. There's quite a difference between how much it costs to make coleslaw and how much it costs to make potato salad. So I just added the cost together and then divided it in half. So I just got an average between them. And then I did do 2 cookies on that. So, and usually the rule of thumb is what it costs you to make something, you multiply it by 3. In our case, we're not paying, because a third is for cost, a third is for labor, and a third is for profit. Okay, that's a typical way to do it. And, I mean, in our case, our labor's in kind, but I would never not triple that. I mean, I would never not triple that number. I mean, it's a fundraiser. So we're basically donating our labor back to make the money. So, if you look at it that way, I mean, it's basically 12 for beef and, 10 for pork. I mean, it'd be somewhere in there. I guess we could
Why don't we
Average.
just
10.
do an average and say, this is what it is, your choice? And then when one runs out,
Yeah. I mean,
It'd be easier for making change
right.
to do that.
Mhm.
so we'd be looking at, what, 11 per?
Yeah, I mean, if one was 12, one was 9, you know, your average is like 10.50.
10.50, yeah.
how much are the cookies?
The cookies were 26 cents a piece, so there's 2 cookies at 54 cents.
So if we gave 1, it'd be really nice if it was just like $10.
I know.
I mean, because
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah.
that's easy.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
is there
Exactly.
ways that we can tweak what we're serving to just maybe get close to that $10 mark?
We could throw the beans out and just leave the chips,
It'd be simple.
and that would be, yeah. I mean, that
Yeah.
would make it
It'd be
easier.
less messy in the to go container as
It'd be
well.
really, right, because then we wouldn't have to have the bean
Right.
container either.
Right.
Oh, that's-
Well, and actually, this actually included just one container for the beans, but it was a 3-compartment box. I did find the 3-compartment go box. So the beans could maybe sit by the bun in the big area in a container. And then the potato salad could be in one, and then like the cookie, because I just didn't feel like, I don't know if I want the cookie set on something hot.
Right.
But absolutely, and I don't think the chips will fit in there, but that's no big deal either.
But they're in a bag.
What's wrong with
They're in a
this?
bag, so it wouldn't
Yeah.
matter if they. sit
Yeah,
on
who
top.
cares, right?
I think
So-
a lot of people, if you're doing barbecue, like a barbecue like that, people are looking for baked beans. I don't know, that's my
Yeah, I know
personal
John's a
opinion.
big bean guy. I mean, yeah, I know. Do we just kind of eat it a little bit and offer both and just make it $10? Because like I said, we're eating the labor anyway. You know what I'm saying? So if it costs, an average of $3.50, I'm averaging them now. So if it was an average of $3.50 and you charge 10, you're making $6.50 a box.
Still have a donation box too. I mean, you
Mhm.
can,
Yes.
You know, do the 10 plus.
You know, okay, so if you made it 12, how many people are just gonna round it up to 15 and just give you the 15?
That's true. Yep.
You know,
Yep.
But, okay, and look at it, 6.5 times, are we targeting about 300 just to be safe?
right.
I mean, that's $7,256 profit. So, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I just think, if I could get 2 meals and hand you a $20 bill, or maybe a 20 and a 5 and tip you, I don't know. I don't know. Let's just try it at 10. Just seems easy. Just seems easier.
I'm
What,
good
I don't
either
know.
way.
I'm good with that. I'm good with it. That beef better not go any higher.
Good fundraiser.
That's true, yeah. Well, and I think it'll be important then that maybe if we did tickets,
Yeah.
X number, at least then we'd know kind of where we're at for the beef so that we're not,
Mm-hmm.
if we only have pork left to sell, we only have pork left to sell.
Right.
I mean, that day,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
But at least then we won't have a lot of money extra tied up in meat. I mean, we'd have a pretty good idea.
Right. And I mean, the only other psychological thing in my world is if you are charging 11 and they give you a 10 and a 5, they're more likely to leave a couple bucks in a tip. Whereas, $20 gets me 2 meals and I don't have any other change. So,
Yeah.
you can look at it in a lot of different ways. But at the same time, we just asked all the businesses for sponsorships in our community.
Yeah.
And they've been very generous, and I just
Oh
think,
my,
you know
yeah.
what? Let's just do this. Let's just do it at 10. That's my,
Well,
That's
the
my
other thing
thought.
is, we've discussed the fact that this maybe would not be our first, or our only fundraiser. And so
Mhm.
if this is our first time, do some baby steps, learn from it, change, adjust, and grow it from there.
right. Yeah,
I think if we keep it close to that number, maybe we'll get families, where if you get too much,
True.
then they can't afford to feed their family of 4 or 5, or they can't all
True.
come.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I could go into a big another spiel, but I won't, because we don't have time, but. But yes, I agree with you, Karen, because I'm a conservative person, so that's where I'm at. From everything I could figure, anyway. Give or take what it cost us. I still have there's still gotta be some leeway there because prices go up. I mean, food prices have gone up, meat prices have really gone up.
And they're going up.
And hopefully these prices won't go up. So. Yeah.
I guess it could, it'd be kind of hard to buy now without any money to start with, I guess. I was
Sure.
gonna say we could buy it now and put it in the freezer, but that might be hard to do.
What about that other account?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to get, like, okay, the only bad thing is like, in order to get the low prices on the paper products, and I really would rather have the 10-inch box, but it's 21 cents a piece, and a 9.5-inch box is 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that was a big difference there.
Yeah.
And then,
Ah,
if we didn't need the 8-ounce, but I think we would if we're gonna have beans, we're gonna need, but they come in 1,000 a case. I mean, there's 1,000 of those little 8-ounce cups, you know.
oh, if serve 1,000 people, then we're good to go.
Yeah,
guess we're having another fundraiser, aren't we?
yeah, and like I told John, I says, maybe we could sell some of them to the Catholic women for their ice cream,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
you know.
Right. You got it.
And maybe even, you know, the wrestlers might need something like that with COVID
Mhm.
being, maybe they have to serve some of their stuff different, I don't know. But, and like even those, what I was looking for, you know, kind of a picnic thing, so it was a red and white tissue to wrap the bun in. Because I thought that looked a little more picnicky, but the red and white checked, and I mean, you have to get 1,000 of those.
And how much are they?
But they're only, they're just a little over a cent a piece for one piece of paper,
Mm,
to, you know.
mhm.
Yeah.
So, and then the
That's probably
cookie
worth it.
sleeves that you put the cookies in, I mean, there's 2,000 of those. I could have sworn I still had some from the cafe, but I can't find them. But again, think of how many times we could use those. I mean, not just us, like maybe 4-H, I don't, you know,
Mhm.
even at the, if we do them for the dinner at buyer's dinner, you know what I'm saying, Karen? Like, there could be places where we could get rid of them, and if we're gonna have more fundraisers, or, I mean, you can put more in them. It's a little 5x5, you know, tissue envelope thing that you just set things
Mhm.
in.
Mhm.
I mean, I really think you can even put like a muffin
It's
or
like a small order of French fries.
bagel or
McDonald's.
something, yeah. Yeah. So that's the only thing, is in order to get those good prices, you have, pretty good, like the box itself, there's only 200 in a case of those.
Oh,
Yeah, about 200 is the highest I've seen in a case of the Go boxes,
mhm,
which, I mean, we'd obviously have to get at least 2 of those cases,
mhm.
so.
Okay.
That's where we were at on that.
Okay, so.
Although, now Jess, we did talk about making a sample ticket,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I kind of drew one up a little bit.
Okay, I figured you're better on the computer than I am.
Yeah.
I would rather do it by hand,
If you guys
so.
want to like look at it. So I was kind of trying to make it where like people could sell like, on one ticket could sell like 4 meals. You know, so
Oh,
it's like a family.
Sure.
Mhm.
And so like, and then you write their name. So, it's small because like I would print 5 of them on here.
Mhm, right,
But like so, and I was just using kind of prices, like I put 10 and 8 for prices, but like meal 1, and you could circle beef or pork, coleslaw, potato salad. And then if we want to do choice, I can add beans or chips. And so like meal 1, you would circle what they want. Meal 2, circle what they want. And if they're only getting 2, you can just cross out 3 and 4. And you put
Mhm.
their name, what they paid, and like maybe in like an estimated pickup time, I was thinking.
right,
And then
Yeah.
they keep this half with and it just says their pickup time, number of meals ordered of beef and of pork, so we can do like 1 and 1 or 2 and 1, and then they keep this on their fridge to
mhm,
try to remind them
Mhm.
to come.
Yeah.
yeah,
But I don't know, I was gonna have you guys like look at it and we can do a little editing and see if there's anything
Sure.
to make
A
it
little donation.
seem smooth.
yeah.
Additional donation tip, don't
Yep,
take any
yeah.
wooden
Yep.
nickels.
Or all proceeds go to, I don't know, something about the fairground, or
Yeah, improvements,
something,
yeah.
improvements or
Yeah,
something.
fairground
that might
improvements, yeah.
Mhm.
Encourage them, so.
Yeah, 'cause
Well,
a lot of
and I
people
think-
might ask what they're raising
Yeah.
funds for.
Well, I
Yeah.
think improvements and fair, I think.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, and I mean, we could have like at the table that they have to come up to, we just have a couple big jars sitting there with kind of the same little poster thing on them. And if they're a drive-by, you can just send them to the back door, and I guess we could have a tall table sitting there with a donation jar on it,
Mhm.
or box or whatever. So, yeah, we did talk about, and then just, we'll just keep a running list here. But some of the superintendents did say that they would get some tickets out, so
Yeah, Julie was willing to be
Mhm.
a
a
spot
contact.
too,
and- yeah.
or even have, I
Mhm.
mean,
Mhm.
I think we had a
Right.
couple of spots in the community,
Sure.
it would be good.
Yeah.
And it would take some of the work off. just
Right,
to-
I know, that's what I was,
Yeah, well, if they just like turn in their tickets every few days or something to me, then I could keep a tally and be like, we're at,
Right.
but I mean,
45 beef and 20 pork.
yeah, I just don't want other people collecting money. That's one thing I worry about.
Well,
Not
they have to-
Julie, I mean,
But it
Julie's
would
fine.
have to match.
Yeah,
based-
The
money
if
would have
they're
to match
close
with the
their
tickets.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like on the side of the what that we keep that has the customer's name and their meal orders, it says like total paid, so
Mhm.
they can write in their total, and then I put like cash or check, and we can circle
Mhm.
one of the two.
Maybe that's where you have a spot for donation too, where
Plus
so that it
donation.
totals up across.
right,
Mhm.
right, yeah.
Mhm.
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 I mean, if you had just one or two total, I mean, if you had two spots or something,
Mhm.
just, and then it would have to match their tickets. I mean, it would be really close.
Mhm. I just don't know where else, who else has the, I mean, because like at the bank, we used to do a lot of stuff at the bank, but,
I think they still do.
yeah. And I mean, at Rocky, at Christmas time, they do the trees, but we should probably think about that and figure that out here. If we think somebody should.
The other
So-
thing I think on that, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead,
Is I think that we need to create some sort of a flyer. I don't know if you have started one.
I haven't started one, but we had talked about that too, to start
Mhm.
setting one up. 'Cause we were hoping to maybe like have tickets about a month ahead of time, so like
Mhm.
around May 25th have tickets out and available, but maybe even get flyers up ahead of that and putting something in the newspaper.
And even like on KDGZ, Lisa, do you ever see her?
I actually started back to work today, so,
Yay!
so I can make sure that.
I can't, she will not answer my phone calls.
Well, and she doesn't work full-time, and then there's one day a week that she's off.
Mhm.
So, I can sure,
Can you try to grab her?
yeah, actually, she lives down the street from me too.
Oh. Because we thought if we got a radio ad, and then again, you put it on the Facebook page and the website page, and
Yeah, yeah. and
Maybe
that's
the
why I
Townsend
was thinking about
Classifieds
the
and-
flyer
Yeah.
too, so that
Towns
then,
classifieds.
I can ask too, because it coincides with kind of the end of the school year too.
yeah.
And so I can ask Brad if we can send those home at the end of the school year with the kids, or, a little bit
Mhm.
before that, or,
Mm-hmm.
and, they're very good about letting us do stuff like that. We sent some stuff from the rodeo board a couple of years ago, and they said, yeah, not a problem, so.
Could we do something all on one page, Lisa? I'm thinking like, fair fundraiser, fair entries, and fair entertainment. I mean, like, could you send one big flyer home that kind of tells them
Covers
what's going on at the
everything.
fairgrounds this summer?
Yeah.
And how you and your family could be involved, and, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah, I'm
one
sure there
letter
is. I
type
mean, we
thing
could- I'm
from-
sure we could come up with something.
from the fair board saying, fair and rodeo, whatever.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like exciting fairground news. I don't know. Something to catch their eye that the parents might actually read it.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And I think, because like, you would want to send it, you don't want to send it that last week.
No.
Because there's just too much stuff going on
Mhm.
then and too much stuff coming home. So if we could send it home that week of the 17th through the 21st, somewhere in there,
Yeah,
I just think that that would be a better,
definitely.
you'd be more apt to have more parents see it.
Mm-hmm. And then like if we could get it on the bank's marquee, do you think they would put it up? I think they would.
Just hold on, let me see.
And then like
We could probably get the school to do it too, I can ask.
On that
Linda
marquee.
On that one too,
Oh,
because I
okay.
think she takes care of that,
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
because it's a full colored one now even.
Oh, yeah, wow. Forgot about that one. So then the other thing we thought too is we better have one of our sandwich boards at the head of Main that night, or that day. The Friday, get it up Friday, saying, remember, drive-through barbecue, fairgrounds, 4 to 7.
First thing that day,
Yeah,
first thing that morning.
Mhm. yeah.
Okay. Anything else that we need to cover tonight on that?
On that, I don't know. Sure there is.
Right, so we're gonna charge 10, right?
Just a flat fee of 10, is
Just
that what
flat
we're?
fee of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We'll serve from 4 to 7. Okay. We're not gonna offer drinks though, right? To go with that.
I didn't even think of it.
What's
I
that?
said I didn't think
I
of
mean-
it.
If we did anything but water.
Yeah, and I mean,
Very-
they can, I don't
Yeah.
know, I think most people are pretty good about getting what they want to drink. I don't want to have a bunch of stuff left over in that
Mm,
department
yeah.
either.
Because if you're taking it home, then they should be able to find their own drink once they get home or whatever.
And if they're literally having a picnic, then
BYOB.
maybe they got their cooler. I never go anywhere without a cooler.
Okay, just covering that too, so,
Right.
because we'd have to raise the price if we're gonna serve a drink.
Yeah.
Well, remember, we were going to have rodeo club sell beer, remember? But then we don't want them
Oh, yeah.
sticking
They'd have to
around,
get-
so.
You know, they'd have to get another
Mhm.
permit.
How much would a Kirkland water be?
Yeah, I mean, it's
3
like,
cents?
what, $4 for a 36 pack?
You could just have a cooler of water there and it could be, $1 a bottle
Mhm.
if they want it.
If they
If
want
they
it.
didn't bring anything and didn't think about it, and they're like, oh no,
Mhm.
we're gonna need something to wet it
It's a
down.
good way to make a little bit of a difference.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll ponder on that one too.
Okay. Okay. Entertainment, concert vendors, anything else on that?
Well, so, the Sanford Farms, which are the pony rides,
Uh-huh.
they're not doing anything off location this year, so they're a no. I got a quote from the inflatables for, bounce houses, and then, Karen and I were visiting too, and we were talking about possibly, she said like the National Guard brings a free bounce house to the school for senior night. And so I texted Daniela real quick, and she said she thought maybe only for schools, but she can give me the name of the guy that does it. So I'll see if that's an option. Otherwise, we thought maybe asking Rotary if they would bring out like their free little bounce house, and then maybe we could just get one that was a little bit bigger for like some older kids. Or we were also thinking, I might get a hold of Adam 6 and see remember the climbing wall that comes to Slice of Summer?
Isn't that,
That's National Guard too, I think, isn't it?
because, well, like Eric Crush was always in charge of that, wasn't he, Lisa?
He did it, yeah.
So was it the
They
church?
had it for their church.
Was it his church?
But I thought,
You know what, that,
I don't know.
I'm not
that-
sure,
I
but
can't remember if they charged for it at Slice of Summer, or was it free for all?
it was free. And I did talk to Adam, and he's pretty sure we're good to go on the bound stuff from Rotary.
Well, they
On
have,
the
they
bounce
had
house?
two,
Right.
Perfect.
because that's who.
Yeah,
we
they,
got 'em from
Rotary has
last
two
time.
of them.
Mhm,
They have
Okay.
two.
mhm.
But
Yeah.
they're more smaller kid, right?
Well,
Mhm.
kind
The
of
one is a little
12 and
bigger.
under. Well, the one is like,
And then you've
Yeah.
got the one that looks like the farm.
Right.
Or, is that the? is that
that's
the
one
right
they had, the one that looks like the farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the
you
other
have
was a
little-
bubble
just little
tent,
tiny-
yeah.
Tiny
Okay.
one for little toddlers.
For the
Okay.
toddlers,
Yeah.
yeah. So the Rotary does have two, and he said we could use them.
Okay, so like in our budget, there is a, $2,800 is budgeted for bounce houses.
No.
And so I don't know if you guys want me to look for something maybe a little more interactive. Like I was looking at like an obstacle course one that
Oh.
maybe like some older kids would like to do,
Mhm.
you know? Like wherein it's like double-sided, so they like race against each other through the
Mhm.
obstacle course.
Yeah, they'll bring
Oh.
that to the school, but we've tried to get them out there before. It's hard to get them to bring that to a fair.
Well, I had emailed the lady about, and I was asking her about it's a 56-foot obstacle course, and I was asking about a big castle because I didn't know about like that the Rotary had the regular ones for it.
Mhm.
And she'd given me a quote on that, and they just asked, because I told her it was for the fair, and I told her it was for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday even, so we could cut back hours too if we wanted to cut
Mhm.
back our price. And the only thing that they said about that was they just want to make sure that the area is secure at night if they are going to be leaving their equipment there.
Mm.
And so, I don't know, and then they can also supply a generator. They can bring generators for $75 a day
And how much was that?
per, well, so the quote was for both of them, the obstacle course plus the giant castle. Without attendance was $3,400 for the both of them, with attendance was $4,900. And I think the obstacle course, you have to have 2 attendants. And so I would have to ask her what the price is on the obstacle course by itself. And then I don't know if we could have some sort of volunteers to attend it.
Oh, so they don't supply any of that?
Well, you can, it's just
Oh.
cost extra.
Oh, I see, I
But
see.
even like the Rotary ones, we would have to have attendance. Like we would have to have kids, I mean,
Mhm.
Well, we were kind of just always right there,
Yeah,
is
We-
what happened, but,
yeah. It was kind of almost Scotland us.
okay.
mhm. But what would be a one-day wonder on that obstacle course? Like, what if we just had it for Saturday?
I don't know, I'd have to look at their, I can check their website real quick here.
I'm just trying to,
Yeah, like I said,
That's
that
a-
was just,
Yeah.
Or
I
even just two,
for
just
Friday,
Friday,
Saturday,
Saturday.
and Sunday.
Yeah.
Or what's
Yeah.
one time?
I would say just Friday, Saturday, or just one or the other.
Mhm.
Okay,
And then if you're looking on maybe for one day for both of them even.
Well, who's the castle for? What age group?
it could be any of them, it's just like a regular basic square big one.
Like we wouldn't really
So we
need
wouldn't
that
need that
one
if
if
the
we was
Rotary-
Rotary.
No,
No,
we're doing
I don't think
Rotary,
so.
right?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, so, let's see, they have a mechanical bull, that'd be really fun.
Those are
But
pricey.
the insurance on that is what kills ya.
Well, there's different prices for alcohol events and
Yeah.
non-alcohol events.
But yeah,
You have
Yeah.
lots of participants.
Yeah, the rodeo can do that. Of course, it fits our theme,
Right.
right?
So the 56
Come
foot
on.
obstacle course, like for 6 hours of rental, it's $729. but I think they charge to bring it out and set it up. And
And they were from Butte, is that right?
these ones, this is from Bozeman.
Oh, both.
The one that we used last year, I got a hold of those ones that Josie had
Mhm.
gotten like reservations for, and they are already reserved for our weekend. So, yeah. So I mean, if it cuts the price way down, if we're only going to look at like maybe even just a 1 day thing, and I would say Saturday over Friday because more people end up coming on Saturday.
Yeah.
With it being a
Yeah,
weekend.
if you're just doing 1 day Saturday, would probably be the biggest.
So I can email her back and get a
Yeah.
price just on that, just on Saturday. What kind of hours would we want Saturday?
I would think that you'd want
Noon to 6.
from, noon to 6 or 7,
Yeah, and take it down and then hope everybody goes to the rodeo or something,
Yeah.
you know?
and then there's the dance at 9
Yeah.
on Saturday. You guys see what it costs for,
Well,
see what it
so
costs
they're
for
like a-
Saturday and then also for Friday from like say noon to 6 or 7. Let's get some options.
Okay, and then I'll ask her for, should I ask her for pricing with attendance as well, or no? Just
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, if we would
With
do it on
the-
Saturday, I mean, we're
Yes.
Yeah.
gonna be pretty busy on Saturday.
Although it might be cheaper if we hire somebody, but then you
Right,
can't
we
really.
might be able to find a couple of older.
Yeah,
school
not kids.
Well, even
Well-
older, like if they were seniors, maybe, but, or
Yeah.
young adults,
People who
Right.
Mm-hmm.
who
20,
need
that might want
Yeah.
to work for the
volunteer
day.
hours,
Mm-hmm.
So I'll get,
They have to be able to tell the kids no.
Right, right, right.
community service.
okay, so I'll get a price just on that.
Who are the
obstacle
lifeguards?
course.
Those are the
Okay.
ones we
And
want.
for 1 day or 2 days.
You know, who-
Sure.
I just actually thought of
Okay.
somebody though would be like John Bockham. I
Yeah,
would imagine that he would be home for the summer.
Oh, yeah, yes.
And after a year of
Yeah,
teaching,
he'd be able
he's
to-
learned how to say no to kids.
Mhm.
Yeah.
so somebody
You
like
know,
that would
somebody
probably
like
be way
that.
cheaper than,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then, as far as I know, El Wincho is still, we are on their schedule for Wednesday night. And we
Okay.
are still working for under the tent local entertainment. I did hear from VHS Drama. They will do something, time, both days, whatever we want to put them in at, so.
Yay.
Yep. And then I have not heard back from the dance studio. But
Mhm.
I've seen their cars going now. I might try to catch her before. I just don't want to try to go over there while she's trying to do her classes.
Mhm.
And then Sarah's Saturday for sure.
Sarah Saturday from 1:30 to 3:30. I haven't heard back from Dawn. Dawn Reynolds was gonna
Oh, yeah.
talk to the Gundersons
Mhm. Jim and Terry.
about doing something on Friday.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I haven't heard back from the fiddlers that I had yet.
Okay.
And I did make contact with Sarah again and say, hey, could you send, because she said they do have a contract somewhat.
Oh, okay.
And I said, could you send that and then a picture of your band or, some kind of
You know,
picture?
she could send that stuff digitally. It just,
Well, she knows how.
well, it reproduces better when I go to put it on Facebook and things, if she sends it digitally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how she's gonna send it.
Okay.
Well, I don't know why she wouldn't. She's a Spanish teacher in
Yeah.
Missoula, yeah. That's funny.
Okay. Have you contacted Marty Severson about the, okay,
I did talk to him.
okay,
It's been probably a month or two now
okay,
about the stage setup.
okay.
I think it was gonna be right around like 2,000.
Okay.
I have his notes somewhere. And then El Wincho was 1,500. Marty, 2,250 for sound, stage, and lights. He's saying, you can do screens and all that kind of stuff too, but Because we need that. And then the Elwyn show, they said they honor their contract that we had from last year, which was 1,500. So.
Okay.
But maybe I'll contact Marty again and just double check with him.
Okay.
And he might even know like what Elwyn show needs, because I guess there's different sizes of
Right.
stages that they need it. He might have had to set up for them before, and so
Mhm.
I'm sure. And for the, I think I emailed you, John, about the under the tent stuff. We have a speaker system
Mhm.
that they can use, or they can bring their own.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And like Sarah will bring her own, but
Did you find it over here?
No.
Or
Well, I
is it
didn't
still
look.
downstairs? Okay.
I don't
We'll
think
look.
anything is still around the corner.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it might be back here.
Okay.
I would
Right.
hope so.
I'll-
Is it a big
I'll-
speaker like on a, has a pole?
Well,
Have a
it,
pole
It
that's in?
shouldn't be sitting on the
has-
pole, but
Well, it
Yeah.
has one though that it can.
Mhm.
Okay, I think Allison
Two
used
of
it
them.
for a Master Gardener class to help like in the big room and stuff,
Mhm.
so,
mhm.
it's back there. And then how do people play music through it? Do they hook up a laptop to it, or
They-
just in case they ask me?
And there's a board that goes with it too.
Okay, it's probably in the back room then.
yeah, it's getting outdated.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
yeah, if you can hook a laptop to it, that's
Well,
the
like
best.
we put an iPad
Or an iPad.
into
or
it,
Yeah,
Okay.
or iPhone.
but they
or-
could use, like if Ty uses his computer, John,
Yeah, but Ty probably has his own system,
Ty does have his own system.
so we don't have to worry about that there, but
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, we'll look at that too. so.
Okay. To the list.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
Okay, anything else? Sounds like you're getting things rolling anyway, we appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. I'll do some follow-ups with the bounce houses and with Marty, and I'll let you guys know when she gets back to me about the bounce house, and then we can make a decision and
Sure.
reserve it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, the fair book and schedule. Getting things pretty well.
Yep, so we had told the supers we wanted changes back by April 15th, so they all are either looking at it or have already looked at it.
Mhm.
I had some questions, because I kind of have a newer rough draft, and I think, did I attach it in the email today?
Mhm.
I did.
You did.
Okay, so I only printed out one copy of it, and I started putting ads as they were coming in. I have more to put on there now, but like I was gonna at least put them back here, and then there's some room, like in some of the, like there's a big spot here,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that we could probably put some throughout the book too, if this gets too cluttered back here.
Mhm.
But, I have questions about this so how many copies do we normally make? Or what's a good number?
300 last year.
But we ended up having a lot left over.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can always, since we're making it
Well,
ourselves, we can.
But
We
get
didn't
rid of the-
have a
more
fair
than
last
that.
year.
The
Well,
year
but the year
before.
before that, we
Okay.
still printed them ourselves.
No, we had.
No, we
No,
didn't.
had
no,
copy-
We had her do them, and I
had
think
Copy
we
Cup do it.
we did, and I think it was 250 to 300 that we had her do, and we had quite a few extra. I thought so, because people are doing
There
it
should be an
digital.
invoice for it
Yeah.
that would tell how many. I could have sworn it was more than that, but I may be all wet too.
Okay,
Well, I think when we went digital, then we thought we needed less.
Uh-huh.
And in the book, it says that you can get copies at Creative Closet, Big Bull Bunkhouse, and Coffee Cup.
Probably not the coffee cup.
Okay.
And then what we generally
Is there another
do-
business that might
When
have
here,
them out?
I
Or
mean,
here, yeah.
extension,
Yeah, that's in there.
okay,
And then once you have it all set, if you send me a PDF of it, then I put it on the website.
Okay.
So it's available there as
Okay.
well.
Yeah, and I checked with Big Bull and Creative Closet, and they're okay with having them in the
Okay.
stores again. But I don't know if there was another business maybe we wanted to.
well, we
the
need to,
Bunkhouse, you think they'll?
yeah,
be okay with
they'll
it?
take a few, but that, I
We
won't,
usually, the stuff we bring out to the bunkhouse, we usually take some there, but then I take the rest over and set it in the lobby of the post office.
Oh, okay.
yeah. And then probably there should be some in the courthouse,
Okay.
because people are so used
People
to
are
going
used to
there,
Getting them there, yeah.
you know.
I'll have to see
Creatures of
where they would.
I took some to the Mint last year, or a couple years ago too.
Excuse
They
me.
said they'd take a few.
Okay.
Where else did I take them?
I don't know if all of
Rocky
these need to be
Mountain
listed or what.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much traffic in and out of there.
Out of where?
I know, but try to figure out, can you see a place where someone's gonna notice them at?
Well, I
Everything's
mean,
so.
They have those shelves there, and that's where all the hunting and fishing regulations are too. I wonder if we could put them
Maybe.
down in that area.
I don't think they would mind if we asked.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
they're
don't
pretty,
either. I mean, we could
Yeah,
sure ask Robert.
Everybody I asked was
Or if
good
we
about
put-
it.
10 there and
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to double check on that before it was printed. Oh, posters. How many of those and when do those usually go up?
Oh, man, in June.
Yeah. Mid-June. And
Did Caitlin put them up last year? Did she do that?
no, nobody did.
Or not
Nobody
last year, but
did.
you know what I'm saying? The last year we had a fair.
No, I think you guys ended up.
Well, I always do some, but yeah, you know what? I think I
we just take
did.
a section.
Yeah, I think I did just start handing them out.
Give
Okay,
me some,
so,
I can send the teen club could do it for one of their meetings or something.
and we basically
Go up my
go
street.
up and down the street and Front Street. And then I get some to the post office and the bunkhouse and Winston and.
And are those usually printed somewhere in color?
yeah,
they
the
were in
Yes.
the past.
Copy Cup usually did it.
Well,
So do I need to
would they
look for
not
some-
do it? Or, I mean, why wouldn't they do it?
So do I need to look at like some prices on printing?
Was it a 11 by 17, right?
Yeah, it wasn't any bigger than that.
No.
Yeah, that's what the files from the old ones have
Mm-hmm.
been in.
Mm-hmm. But it needs work, because it's really hard to read.
Yeah, well, I've kind of started some, I was gonna have you guys look at them too.
Yeah,
And same with like the daily schedules, that was my next question, the daily schedules that are posted around the fairgrounds.
I like the way you had it set up. It was much easier
Yeah.
to read.
Is it, okay.
I thought so.
Yes.
I'm an old one
Um,
too, so.
And like how many of those daily schedules do you, like, how many places around the fairgrounds are they? Cause do you guys have them broken down like today's Friday and this is happening on Friday and then tear down.
Yeah, we
Saturday?
put that on a sandwich board, and then the next day a new one.
That's what I kind of figured from the files that I've seen.
We just, didn't we hand do those? Oh, no, those were on the computer
No,
somehow.
I had Schaubers. They donated the printing last time. And so I had I put them up on there where all the vendors are and then over by the broken barn.
Mhm.
In the past, we put it around on the other side. I honestly don't see
Yeah.
a purpose in putting it over on the other side?
No.
Because that's, the people that are using that gate aren't,
We could post small ones on the
Like,
beer barn.
like 8 copies?
yeah.
8 copies of daily schedule for each day, or is that
I don't think we even need that many.
Mm-mm.
like 6 maybe?
Of the big ones?
Yeah,
I think there's only 2
Like
sandwich
two-
boards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
there's
only had
two
the 2 big
sandwich
sandwich boards, so.
okay.
But you want it on both sides, right? Or
Well,
not?
yeah,
So 4 days, so 16 total.
mm-hmm.
4 of each day.
4 per day.
Mhm.
Yeah, because we don't need to do like Tuesdays and Wednesdays, because it's
Mm-mm.
just all of us. that's
Open
out there,
class
and they're
and
out there.
4-H and
Yeah.
Thought I had the number of posters that we usually get, but I think it's around 50, isn't it?
See,
I
that's
can
what
look
was
back.
running in my mind too, but I
can look through some stuff.
Yeah.
And with us printing our own fair books, we can always print more.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
If we start getting low on them anywhere.
We take them and then just check,
Mhm.
you know, do it. In 3 weeks, check and make sure and,
yeah.
and restock and call it. Rather than printing them and having 50 or 100
Yeah.
left over.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the day of open class will need several there.
Okay.
For the day of, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe, we collect extras from the businesses.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else on that? Okay. Sponsors update.
So, like kind of Missy talked about earlier, so I did put a list in here, and this is current as of today of what I've received. I just received the bunkhouse one in from Missy. You know, I feel like, there's 9 on this list, 7 of them are best of show. So, you know, I think the businesses are mostly happy to do
Mhm.
something, so.
Which is just amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
Has anybody contacted Bobberts Tire and Glass?
No,
No one picked that up.
Okay.
All us women are afraid to go in there.
He just volunteered.
You're right.
I mean, I can do that one. I'll do that one. What about Badger Big B? Has anybody done that?
No, and I mean,
I could call Nate, see.
see, that's a guy thing.
Okay, I just need to know.
I can get you copies before you
Okay,
leave.
all right. And I can contact Napa. I'd probably have to email, what's his name over in Whitehall? Ryan
Strozzi.
Strozzi.
You know, that's the other one, is, who owns the car wash? The-
Mills.
The old, no, the other car wash.
The old car wash.
The old car wash.
I don't know.
And they have 3 floors.
I don't know.
I don't know who it
They've
is.
been pretty good sponsors of past.
Oh, really?
Let me check the 4-H, because I know they donate there to the
Okay.
indoor. So that might be one that, even if I send them a letter, if nothing else.
Right.
Mhm.
And I'll contact True Value too.
Okay. So you need 1, 2, 3, 4 copies?
Yeah, I don't know who it is.
And I did, at first I didn't know where to deposit it into. So I did talk to Michelle, and there is a fair advertising revenue. Is that where we want it to go into? Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, like I said earlier, the April 20th is the deadline that we have in this letter if they want to be included into the fair book. So if they can still turn in their sponsorship after that, they just won't be in the fair book necessarily if it's already being printed.
Right.
Mhm.
But they'll get plenty of other,
But they'll, we can still probably get them on the posters and the daily schedules, and we can get them on the
Mhm.
social media and on the internet, and so, yeah, and even if we do like a second round of printing of fair books, I can add logos in pretty easily, so. And Eric Feld, he just brought in $300 cash for his, and so he just marked the little extra donation box and put $50 extra.
I wondered, yeah, that was
so,
nice.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right.
Agreed.
Who owns the silos?
I don't know. See, I was told that it had sold.
Again?
I think it's
That's
for
what I
sale.
was told.
I was told it was for sale again. I didn't hear that it was
So
sold again.
if it hasn't sold, then it's still Bouchella then, right? Joe Bouchella?
See, I don't know anything about the place.
But that's,
No.
I was told that he had sold it, so I don't know.
Weird. And that's odd that no one in our community knows who owns it or anything about it. It's odd. So odd.
Yeah, I have Joe Pichot.
Yeah.
Pichot.
Okay, well, hopefully some more of those will start coming in. It's just so hard when you drop a letter off unless they're like, I mean, like Keith and Jessica, I dropped it off and then like they're like back at me that night. Hey, yeah, we got an envelope for you. Do you want to pick it up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they,
You know,
I think the next day after you took, I got Jeannie's logo and Bunkhouse's logo emailed to me right off the bat.
yeah, so that was
Wow.
good. Sometimes getting money from Jeannie's tough because she forgets her checkbook a lot.
You know, I'll go ahead and take Broadwater Tack and Tatarka, because those are all
Yeah.
all the same.
Where- Oh, are they? Oh, okay.
Well,
Same
yeah.
family.
Yeah, okay, all right. I was like, okay.
I've got
is
the other
that-
ones out, but
Okay.
I'll do those too as well.
Okay.
But, you know, we figured if we got it on the website, we didn't want to really miss anybody that really wanted to donate.
Right.
You
Or
know.
if there was individuals or
Yeah.
Right.
families or, you know, it hit other people versus just
Yeah.
the businesses.
Yeah, I'll work on that. I'll have a, I'm not gonna have time tomorrow.
You're fine. There's,
But Sunday I'll work on it,
Fine.
and so I'll zip it out to you guys and let you see, and then I'll get it on there that night.
Okay. All right, we'll try to get this wrapped up then by the 20th.
Well, in the next 10 minutes, please.
Yeah. Okay,
That too.
moving on to new business, rentals.
So things seem to be getting pretty busy,
Okay.
actually.
Good.
In fact, I have, these are both cash,
Okay.
so, yeah.
Okay.
And then I invoiced Billings Clinic on the second two, because you got the first check, but then they scheduled 2 more shot clinics.
Yep, I received the second check too.
Oh, you did,
Mhm.
perfect, okay,
Yep,
so
I
I will
deposited
take care of that then and make sure that it's.
Tuesday.
A lot of it is unpaid stuff that 4-H stuff's really starting to ramp up with goat meetings or horse meetings or whatever. But there are more people that are calling and at least inquiring about having events out there. I don't have a weekend that's open.
But we're good Friday night on the 20,
Oh, yeah, that one's.
okay, yeah.
That one's.
Okay, we got that one. And
Oh,
is it the
yeah.
next day that it's the,
No, they're, the Chambers ride,
mhm.
yeah. And then they actually changed it to the 12th, so we're free and clear out there.
Okay.
We've got some shooting events, we've got a lot of stuff in the arenas. We've got a couple of weddings that are coming back. We have a wedding this weekend. I guess my question though is I'm still having renters when they're asking. I'm not sure what Sean Rowland's ruling is on some of that and how things are handled. So I have still been referring potential renters to have a discussion with him as well. Technically, it is a county facility, and so you're supposed to be wearing a mask and stuff out there in the 4-H building anyhow. So I've been having them go through that and getting information back from him. But like I said, things are starting to get busy.
Good.
And it's very, very dry out there. Very, very dry, just like it is everywhere. We did start just the small sprinklers. Of course, there's no water in the ditch yet. But we started the small sprinklers at the ends of the 4-H building and then over by the commercial building the other day. And so we've been kind of moving those a little bit and see if we can get.
I'm sure the trees need it.
Oh my gosh, they so badly.
Yeah.
We also did mow the parking lot because it had not gotten mowed at all last year. We just left it for grazing. And so there was a lot of dead stuff there, so we mowed that. Last week, I think it was. So we'll get, as soon as there's water out there, then
Okay.
we'll get busy.
Okay, anything more on the superintendent meeting on it that was held April 6th?
No,
It
and the
should
next
go.
one's June 1st.
Okay. Okay, the next thing is our memorandum of understandings for the Ropin Barn or livestock building and use of the mower with the rodeo club. It's pretty much the same as what was in 2020 for the mower, and then for previous years it's always been that way for the livestock barn. And we just need a motion on the floor to accept the memorandum and then ask the rodeo club to sign, and so we have it for 2021.
And is rodeo club good with this?
I talked to Win and he said, yeah, just bring it up at your meeting and then he'll bring it up at his meeting, so he doesn't have a problem with it.
And you guys have both copies. I put them double-sided on there.
Right.
These ones to
Yeah.
sign are just single-sided,
Yeah.
but
Did you think it worked out, Lisa?
Yeah, I did. I mean, really, for me, for Chuck and I, it really wasn't any different. We still did the same work.
Mm-hmm. Did you get paid on time?
Oh, yeah. In
Mhm.
fact, we got
Better
paid
than,
upward,
yeah, figures.
before. And, I mean, they asked us what we wanted, and they actually just did it in 2 lump sums, which I was fine with. And so for us, as the workers, it was fine.
Well, I move that we accept the MOU as written.
Is there a second?
Okay.
Okay. Any further discussion? Any further discussion? Any further discussion? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right, and then Lisa, were you gonna go to the rodeo club meeting?
Yeah, I don't see any reason.
Or I guess we can call, or maybe Jess, you can call Win and have him pick these up and take it to his meeting?
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah,
Is
let's
his
do
the
that.
12th, Monday the
It should
12th
be
then?
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, that'll be great.
So are we gonna sign now?
Yeah, I'll,
Okay, you'll
I'll
sign
sign
now.
mine
Okay.
tonight, and then, let them sign, and then
If
we'll,
they have any problems, then we can
yeah,
bring it up again next
yeah.
meeting.
Yeah, I don't think they will. So.
Okay.
Okay, so next meeting, Jessica sent out an email today saying that she
Yeah.
was not gonna be there on May
Yeah.
13th, so I don't think we should have the fair board meeting without our fair manager.
Okay.
So what day works?
So if Thursday nights are best for everybody, the 20th is open in here, the 27th is not. Or
27th is not.
We're not gonna do it that day.
Yeah.
We're all gonna be tired.
Yeah.
With ag
That's
days.
ag days, yeah.
Gotcha, okay. Yeah, there's, I think solid waste is the last Thursday. So June 3rd is open, so that was gonna be my recommendations are either the 20th or the 3rd. Or we could go to 6th, but I mean, that's only 3 weeks away, so.
Yeah, I
I wanna
know.
do that.
I'd like to go to the 3rd, it makes me a little nervous. But I'd like to go that long, because it seems like May is so crazy.
Well, and I think if something comes up, we can email and do something like that in between there.
Mhm. How's the 3rd for you, Karen? Does that work for you?
Okay?
Is there anything that you're gonna need from us before we get that book out?
Before we get the book
Or
out,
could it just be handled through email?
I think most of it should be able to be handled through email. A lot of it's just getting the sponsor stuff
Sponsorship
in
Right.
and getting the logos and, you know, in the book, there's also like the local entertainment blurbs, I guess. And so, but I guess we're working on that, you know, and so if you could hear maybe that from the fiddlers on the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, so I don't know, I mean, even if we just know that they're gonna do it, we don't know what time slots everybody's gonna be at yet, we can just put all the stuff in on that page
Mhm.
of local talent. And then the names we listed on the daily schedules.
Yeah.
So that's, I think that's the biggest thing is the schedule. Because there is in this book, there is a spare week schedule in there. And it had the under the tent entertainment listed on it too, so.
Okay.
So we can-
Yeah,
Okay,
so I think we're
so-
on then.
Okay, so June
Yeah.
3rd, 7 o'clock
Okay.
here? Okay. With no further business, this meeting's adjourned.